So ever since I installed the sway bars a few weeks ago, the car's been driving perfectly, and I just couldn't stop wondering what would happen if I not only change the sway bars but the whole suspension as well. Because imagine what I mean. I got that much better performance with just those sway bars. What if I change the whole suspension? That was on my mind. So I was thinking about it, and I decided if I'm gonna get something, I'm gonna get the best on the market. So today I'm going to change, actually not me, but I'm going to review the suspension I got. I'm gonna give you some before and after, if that's possible, because I mean, one thing is to give you some benchmarks and stuff like that, another thing is to test it, but I'm going to try my best. And with that being said, here is the suspension that I got. Oh yeah, baby. This is literally the best of the best for this car. I got that, as well as the this is the Whiteline roll center correction kit. So this is gonna go into the car today. I'm gonna unbox it and do some weight measurement. While I do that, you enjoy the before time that I recorded. It's not the best because there was quite a lot of traffic. It's on public road, and I had to be careful because yeah, there was a lot of cars, and also I have some small foot ache, so I wasn't stepping it that hard. But I think it can be good enough for a before test. After we do that, we're gonna do an after run, and I'm gonna tell you how I feel about them. Hopefully they're as good and better upgrade than the sway bars, but we'll see that. So here's what to expect from 3000 USD coilovers. You get two boxes, very nicely packaged. In one of them you get the springs. They're both front and rear, and you get the suspension caps somewhere around here. And on the other one, you get the actual suspension with some instruction. And look at that instruction, I mean, that's quasi. Okay, here are the actual, I don't know exactly how to say it, but yeah, I think this one is the rear. Yeah, it's very light. You can find the front ones below, I think. Yep. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to assemble each of them, one front and one rear, just to do the weight measurement, because I want to know how much weight we are saving from the stock, and then I'm gonna take the rest and take them to the guy who's gonna change them for me, because I might do it, but I don't have the proper tools available. So yeah, and I just don't wanna risk anything. And also the action kit, this thing, I don't think I can change that by myself, because this needs to be like hammered out, and I'm not sure if I can do it. So yeah, I'm gonna let the guy who knows what he's doing do it. And yeah, for if you're like wondering what is this used for, this is used for when you lower your car. Basically, the center of gravity, or I think it is this gets messed up a little bit. So basically, if you're going lower, you might not be experiencing the best results if you don't have this, because your car will basically start to roll more, which is one of the things we're going to try to eliminate anyway. So it's good to have this, and when you have this, it basically messes up the geometry of the car, because the wheel, I think, is held by the this is I don't know how it's called in English, but let me just try to show you if I can here. I don't know. Okay, it's not visible. I think it's the arm, should be the arm or whatever. So yeah, it is being present there. I mean, I could have shown you the images. What the hell? Yeah, you can see it here. And yeah, when you install that, basically what you do is you make it longer a little bit, which messes up the steering rack. And when you hit a bump, you experience bump steer, which is basically when you hit a bump, your wheel like turns that way. So that's why you need this, which is a little bit longer. I think you replace your current one with this and you're ready to go. Right, so I'm doing it a bit in the wild, but it's very nice weather, so I just wanted to be outside. So I did the first front one. I said I'm gonna do one front and one rear, but I decided the first one is gonna be for me to learn and the second one will be for you. So what you're gonna need here is the shock. That's the front one. Then you're gonna need a spring, and to know which of those springs, I just checked the manual for the front, and you can see here that it said 3100. So this is the 3100 and this is the 1970. So you take this one and use that. Right, so now you're gonna need this. You can plug it that way in. Also, you can use some scissors to trim it out, around 20 millimeters. That's what it says in the manual. I'm gonna do that later, if I do it, I don't know. Okay, and once you do that, you can just stick the spring on the shock. So let me do that. After you've done that, you can find these. They're in the kit. So there are two more. These are for the rear, and I think you can differentiate them by the spacers. This spacer is a bit shorter, so you can use that. So take this, put it on top, then add the spacer, and then add the final, is it the suspension cap? I'm not sure. Let me get it and I'll show you. So you see here I added the cap and I added the spacer, and now I'm gonna add this and then use the bolt to keep it in place. Alright, here we have it. Now I haven't tightened anything up. I'll leave that to the shop or to my the guy that I know, because I don't have a torque wrench at me, and this has to be in few specific Newton meters, which is specified in the manual. So when you get them one day, hopefully soon, you will be able to follow that as well. And now let's go back to the rear. Okay, so there's one left, one of the rears. So to assemble that one, we need to remove first this is a 14 mil. Use this just to unscrew it, then add the rubber, then add the spring, then add the spacer, then add this, and finally, not finally actually, then add this just to like that, just to keep it in place. Afterwards we need this self-locking nut, and after the nut we then pulled back this one that we initially removed, and we should be ready. Of course tightening and stuff like that, but this is the assembly. Okay, so here's the rubber. Make sure it's tight here. Next we are gonna add the spring like that. It's very difficult with one hand, but yeah, here's the spring. And now we need this spacer, which just needs to go like that. Then it's time for this. This goes just like that, and as you can see, it will sit on the spacer. Yeah. Alright, so as you can see, this one is not very aligned that well, and when you add this like that, you will fix that issue. Okay, and now for the final two things, we are gonna need the self-walking nut, like that. And here though I'm gonna have to use two hands because this one is not wanting to tighten up anymore. But yeah, anyways, after that, once it reaches here, tighten it according to the spec, and then just put that on top, and you should be ready. Of course, for the back ones, we have these rebound adjusters that you can export in your trunk, but this is for the installation, not from now. And also these spacers need to sit, I don't know if you saw them actually, these spacers need to sit here when you're actually installing the coilover, but of course I'm not going to do that now, so yeah, sorry for that, but maybe one day I'll have a shop. Okay, this is it. I'm gonna do the weight measurements now, and the height measurements. Again, the height measurements, they are described here, so I'm just gonna make sure this is correct. If it's not correct, here are the tools there. I don't know if you heard me. I said if it's not correct, here are the tools that I'm gonna use to adjust the height from here. But this is some stuff I think you can see on the internet as well, so yeah. Hey, so we got the suspension installed yesterday, but without the roll center and bump steer kit, and that's because the guy didn't have the proper tools to change that. But this is actually better for me because this way I can experience the before and after. I've seen in forums that people speculate, but they don't actually know if there's a difference, so I'm going to another shop to install them and do the alignment, and yeah, after that I'll give you my full impression. So far, without them, the car is absolutely spot on. I mean, it's like a video game where you turn and you're instantly there. It's very amazing, very difficult to describe. I don't even know if you'll be able to see that from the videos that I made before and after, but everyone that says that they're phenomenal is right. But yeah, let's install those and let's see if this makes it any better. Okay, I just got the roll center and bump steer correction kit installed. The car is aligned. I drove it 2 minutes, I drove it out the shop and I just started recording, so this is gonna be my real first impression of the whole setup being completed. I did spoil it a little bit yesterday because I drove it with just the suspension, but that was just half an hour, so I haven't experienced all that much. So let's go. It's gonna be, unfortunately, a city driving, so there won't be a lot of corners to really see how it feels. But yeah, for now it's gonna be this. Then I'll do some like mountain drive, but it won't be like that. It will be, you'll be seeing the actual road. Yeah, with that being said, yeah, let's go. That's insane. This is 70 kilometers per hour, and that's a sharp right turn. Wow, and it just eats it. Wow. Okay. So, is it better? Because I did that corner yesterday as well. Is it better with this? Maybe a little bit better. Wow. So yeah, I'm just doing the straight a day, like when you're doing that, there's no like not body roll, but the car is at least like leaning a bit the way you're steering. Yesterday at 30 clicks there was nothing like that. I mean, it was very, very stiff, and I would prefer it like it is today. Wow, the moment you like turn the steering wheel, it's already going that way. It's so responsive. I don't know, man. That's very good. In terms of is it stiffer than stock? Definitely stiffer. I don't know, I've read comments, people say it's on 10 clicks it's the softest stock. I don't know what, if they were running like Bürsteins or whatever, but for me it's quite a bit stiffer actually. So yeah, don't expect to be stiffer. I don't mind it, but just so you know, it is stiffer. But boy, is it better. Wow. I think it deserves for me to put the Ohlins sticker on the car. Usually I only put stickers that I like actually enjoy the product that I added, and I think this one is perfect for that. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. That is quite good. I can try to do a roundabout, but I think there's quite a lot of traffic, so let's see if we can do it. Wow. That's a little bit above the limit, but it doesn't feel like it at all. Okay, this may as well be the conclusion of the video, really, because I'm gonna show you probably some images of the car with how it sits 25 millimeters or 1 inch lower. But if you want my thoughts, basically those are my thoughts. I'll probably record one video after a few weeks or months before I upload it to YouTube, so you have a long-term review, but like the short-term instant feel, it's insanely good. So yeah, really hope that's helpful for you, and yeah, I'll see you in a month. And also for the suspension, it's the stiff adjustment is here, so you can access it without removing the wheel, but it's easier this way. Maybe I can try to take a picture of it. All right, I don't know if you saw anything, but it's there. The rear suspension is much easier to adjust, but this one is a bit tricky. So yeah. Okay, so here we are back a few months later. I bought the coilovers and installed them August, and now it's end of January, so I had quite a lot of time to enjoy them and to give you my long-term impressions. That's what I tend to do on this channel. It's not intentional, I just didn't have time to, film and edit and so on. But yeah, here we are nonetheless. So hopefully you enjoyed the summer and winter drives. Yeah, I did get a bit used to the car a little bit more, and the winter drive was as fast as the summer one, which is, that means I could have driven much faster in the summer, but it was like the third day that I had these coilovers and I wasn't at all used to them, but that's excuses anyways. So here's how the car sits. I haven't changed the height at all. So this is the back, now the front, and you will notice that, but the front is actually higher, and that's how it is. I mean, I did measure the car like front and rear, and the height from the ground to the car is exactly the same. So it's just that the car just stays like that. There's a little bit more height on the front, and that's actually the case with the that's the case with the original OEM springs as well, but the OEM suspension, sorry, is the same thing. The back is a little bit lower than the front, but actually I don't mind that. I think it still looks good, and I could lower the front a little bit, but I think there's no point of doing that because I would prefer the car to have balanced height, which it does right now. So yeah, that's how it looks. Something interesting, this is for me mostly, but my custom exhaust that if you don't know, I did make a video about it, how I'm making it. As you can see now, it's quite low to the ground, but to be honest, it's been like 2 or 3 times that I actually touched the exhaust to the ground, so it's actually not bad. Oh yeah, and they do deserve the sticker because they are quite good, so I added it here on the back door. I think it is well deserved. Also added the Whiteline one because the sway bars were also probably one of the best upgrades that I did to the car. Okay, let's conclude this one. What can I say? It's been great few months driving the car with this. The handling is times better, and yeah, there's nothing bad that I can say so far about them. One thing that is more maybe a little bit strange is that I'm hearing some noises from the rear right side of the suspension. It's like something is loose, but I did check the height. The nuts that hold the height, that wasn't loose, so yeah, I think it's good. I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out what's the noise coming. It's only if I'm doing a hard right turn, only then. But yeah, other than that, it's amazing. I did play around with the stiffness. I did increase it, decrease it, so on, but eventually I left it to 8 ticks from stiffest down on the fronts, and I think it's 10 clicks right now on the back, and that's how it is. There's not, there's no understeer, there's no oversteer, unless you push it real bad, like you saw on the snow, but that's to be expected, I guess. And yeah, nothing bad I can say about. Is it a good upgrade? Definitely. I haven't tried any cheaper coilovers to see from those it will be a good upgrade to the Ohlins one, but from the stock suspension with the springs, it's insanely better. And in terms of stiffness, I already said it, but it is stiffer. You have to deal with that unless you dial the stiffness settings to like 30 clicks, but yeah, I'm not going to do that. And yeah, is it a good upgrade in terms of cost per performance? I would say the sway bars were a better upgrade in that regard, because they were much cheaper, and that they also provided insane amount of improvement. But that's how it is. I mean, if you want to make the car even better, you need to spend more money. So yeah, in the end, I would say go for those. They are worth it, and you enjoy it quite a lot. And yeah, what's coming next for the car? I have done already a video, but it's not edited. It's about tuning the car. Finally, I've done that. It's not, like, it's about, tuning itself, like playing around with tables and so on. It's not like how to get to the point where you can tune. I mean, purchasing the tactics and so on, I have skipped that, but yeah, maybe in the future I'll do that as well. But yeah, anyways, that's it for now. I hope this was informative and helpful, and hopefully I'll see you next time.